rate at which our children have access to internet has increased greatly, especially in Kenya. Courtesy, of course, of affordable internet, affordable mobile phones, and now not only mobile phones, we have a couple of other gadgets that allow children to access the internet space. We have the smart TV, we have smart watches, we have tablets, all right? We have computers, we have cyber cafes, all right? So at the end of the day, is like the opportunity for children to access the internet has been multiplied in a span of a very short duration. Initially, our children were in the physical space, but now they have another space. We are calling it the online space, the internet space. Now, the same way you'll be very careful with where your children are when it comes to their physical engagement in the physical space, the same way we need to be very careful with where our children are in the online space, because it is a special space like any other.
Hello there and welcome to the show. My name is Frida Wasonga, and as usual I am so happy to host these parenting conversations today. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, I invite you to subscribe and hit the notifications button so that you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Today I am so happy because we are going to be discussing a very, very sensitive issue, internet use. And internet has come in as a very helpful tool for us as parents, as children, like the whole community. And we have been using internet in our day-to-day lives. But how can internet be of good use, and how can it also be of a disadvantage to our children? I'm here with a child protection expert who will be telling us about internet use in children, how parents can be helped to know how internet is affecting their children in a positive way and also in a negative way in some cases. So I will invite our guest today to introduce himself. First of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, please introduce yourself and tell us your background in online safety and what you do.
Oh, awesome. First of all, thank you, Frida, for hosting this very important platform. Very, very timely. And my name is Bonface Muthomi Mwiti. I have been working as a project officer for an organization called Life Skills Promoters Kenya. We've been working with a consortium that brought together Childline Kenya and ChildFund. We've been implementing a project called Safe Clicks, which majorly has been an intervention for child online safety. Ideally, an intervention against child online abuse. So most of our engagement have been creating awareness on the dangers on the internet, building capacity for caregivers like you, parents, the teachers, government stakeholders, because when you talk about taking care of a child, it brings everyone on board at the end of the day. And also trying to, help learners, children as well, to be able to self-protect themselves and use the internet responsibly, anytime they interact in the online space. So majorly that has been my background in as far as internet safety is concerned. I am a graduate of USIU Africa in International Relations, currently taking a master's in transformational development, but also I've done a couple of courses with the UNICEF, that's an agency for children, and a couple of child protection courses as well. So engaging on the ground, we've been in Mombasa, we've been working with the Mombasa County and Kilifi County, basically the coastline. And coastline because it's a tourist attraction, it's a tourist area. And there's a report that was done in 2021. Unfortunately, Nairobi, Kiambu, Mombasa, Kilifi were marked as hotspots for child online abuse. So I'll give statistics as we move on. It was very concerning, and that's what led us there. So in a nutshell, that is what I am into. But on the side as well, we offer coaching, for children, for parents, schools as well. Majorly anything online safety for children. As we'll be listening to the conversation, you'll hear a number of dangers that are on there, and the number of children, the numbers are worrying of children who are getting abused every single day in the online space. Yes, Frida.
So why is this important? Is this topic more important now than before?
Good question. So, Frida, At what age did you own your first phone?
After high school.
After high school.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And it was Kabambe.
Very good,
No
because my next
internet.
question was when did you own your first smartphone?
Smartphone in campus.
In campus.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
At what time I bought a laptop?
My very first laptop. In fourth year. I
In
think.
fourth year,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
This is a very relevant conversation, and it is very important because times have changed. You and the parent watching us, we call them, ideally, internet has found you.
Yeah.
So you guys are trying to, get to learn, the notes within the internet space.
Yeah.
But for our children, we call them internet natives. In the sense that for them, they were born in the era of internet. So they don't know a world without internet.
Exactly.
So for them, hao ni maguru.
Yeah.
Wewe unajaribu kulearn.
Yeah.
Hao wamezaliwa in the internet
Yeah.
era. So anything internet for them is either you learned your first language.
Yeah.
Makes sense? It's
Yeah.
not a second language.
Yeah.
But for them, they are natives in the internet.
Yeah.
And the rate at which our children have access to internet has increased greatly, especially in Kenya. Courtesy, of course, of affordable internet, affordable mobile phones. And now, not only mobile phones, we have a couple of other gadgets that allow children to access the internet space. We have the smart TV,
Yeah.
we have smart watches,
Yeah.
we have tablets,
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah.
We have computers, we
Yeah.
have cyber cafes,
Yeah.
all right? So at the end of the day, is like the opportunity for children to access the internet has been multiplied in a span of a very short duration. And kitambo, there was no internet there, and even if it was there, it was not affordable. It's not in every other home. But today, go to any homestead. Chances are, especially in towns, you find there's a Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
There's
Not
a
even homestead.
not-
Every house
every
in an
hou-
apartment
Thank you.
has their
There's
own
Wi-Fi.
internet.
Na kule ushago kona smartphone, watanunua bundles.
Yeah.
All right? And
Yeah.
bundles have become so affordable. With 5 shillings,
Yeah.
you can get some bundles, right? So at the end of the day, the rate of access to the internet space has increased massively. Gadget for access as well, lipa mdogo mdogo. I mean, has made it very, very easy
Yeah.
for almost everyone to
Yeah.
own a smartphone.
Yeah.
So it is important to have this conversation because initially our children were in the physical space, but now they have another space. We are calling it the online space, the internet space. Now, the same way you be very careful with where your children are when it comes to their physical engagement in the physical space, the same way we need to be very careful with where our children are in the online space, because it is a special space like any other. Remember kitambo, our parent would be very careful. Nisipate tumetoka kwa boma, nisipate tumetoka kwa nyumba,
Yeah.
atumeenda kwa jirani,
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes there was that one kid who will always stay in the house.
Yeah.
And the parent would be like, huyu ni mtoto mzuri,
Yeah.
doesn't go
Yeah.
out, Unfortunately, things have changed. Today, you can have your child staying indoors, but getting abused right under that roof. And we have uncountable cases
Yeah.
in your roof. So currently we are calling it the hidden pandemic.
The hidden
The
pandemic.
hidden pandemic.
Yeah.
Because it is happening right under the parents' nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there like specific ages of children who are being abused? Can we be safe as who have under 5s? Can we say, oh, I'm safe, that is not my problem, that is for the teenagers, Is there a specific age?
A valid question. Now, Frida, when you talk about a child according to the Constitution of Kenya, is under the age of 18 years old. So anyone under the age of 18 is a minor. And I want to introduce not really a new word, maybe for a viewer. There's something we call, ordinarily in a layman's language, they call it child pornography. All right? But now the right word is child sexual abuse materials. Now, we have a category of people that we call pedophiles.
Okay.
Now, a pedophile is someone who finds sexual pleasure in children. So they can, any form of sexual, experience with a child. Some who find sexual pleasure in actually engaging in sexual intimacy with a child. Others are going to consume online materials of children engaging in sexual activity. Now, a pedophile can abuse the child like physically, or they can interact with what ordinarily adult called pornography. No, the child form of pornography is now child online sexual abuse materials. All right? Now, anyone under the age of 18 is a child.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, initially people would imagine that, such abuse would happen to only preteens, teens, out there to the youths.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they're abusing. I think even in Kenya, we've had cases of someone who abused a 3-year-old or 2-year-old. We've had those cases, physical sexual abuse, that is raping, molestation, and all that.
Yeah.
But when it comes now to online sexual abuse and exploitation, we have instances whereby now perpetrators or these pedophiles record. Let me give you a statistics. Now, for example, in Mombasa in 2023, I remember we closed around 198 studios in Mombasa. All right. Now, these studios were not like adult content production studios. They were children's sexual abuse production studios. So what they do is they get these kids from primary or high school, invite them to the studios, give them something. When the kid gets there, what happens is they either have sex with an adult, sex with a child with a child, could be same sex, could be heterosex. So the content is produced.
So they're given like money?
They're tipped.
Okay.
All right, so they're tipped. So kids shoot the videos, and then those videos are uploaded in the internet in what we call dark web. All right.
Yeah.
So that kind of content now, there are people willing to pay millions of money to have access to that content, kind of content.
Yeah.
All right. Now that is in Mombasa. I've not mentioned Nairobi and these other urban areas. We had a case in Kilifi of a particular lady, house help. Apparently, kwa mtandao tu akichat, someone chatted her, alijua she's a house help. Akamwambia, kuna ka opportunity hapa naweza pata pesa. So they begin chatting, and the gentleman tells him, what you only do, for every successful task, I will load you 1,000. So the only thing I want you to do in that household, just take the photos of the child. These are mine. I think he was under 1.5 and below.
The child. Yeah.
So just take a photo of them akiwa naked, ama ukimwosha, take videos, and then share with us. So the lady began doing that. I mean, it's quick money, and it's just photos, Apparently, the syndicate was taking that content and uploading in the dark web.
Yeah.
But then apparently they also, I think they were able to manipulate their house help until they got the contact of the mother. So they felt this was a perfect opportunity to get some more money now from the mother. So they reached out to the lady and told her, you know what, we need this amount of money. If you don't, they sent her just one photo. Told her, we have this and many more of your child. We are going to share them on your WhatsApp groups, share them on Facebook, and all that.
What?
It was unfortunate. So just to answer your question, that child abuse is not on, child online sexual abuse is not happening only, among the teens and the teenagers, but also every child is at the risk of being abused. Now, allow me to just structure this. When it comes to the online space, there are two types of abuse.
Okay.
I should have seen this at the beginning. There is what we call cyberbullying, and then now we have the online child sexual abuse and exploitation. So cyberbullying, name calling, bullying basically in the internet. Your child can be bullied in the internet.
Even how they look.
Yeah. So someone is body shaming them, shaming their looks, and all that. We remember, I think in 2022 we had a case of a child who committed suicide. Apparently their school, most children had access to internet and they were friends on the internet in these social media platforms. And apparently they took the bullying online. So the kid felt so, to a point they decided to commit suicide, right?
Yeah, because
so
no one loves them.
No one loves them. They make you feel bad. You look bad. All sort of, all that. So there's cyberbullying. And then there's now what we call now child sexual abuse and exploitation. So this is every form of abuse that is sexual in nature. All right? Now, what do perpetrators do? They begin building friendship with children online. Okay? Through platforms like the social media, TikToks, WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat,
Facebook.
Watoto wako Facebook. Hizo ni za watu wazee. Sasa on a light note. So our children are in Snapchat, wako TikTok, wako IG,
Niachane na Facebook.
Facebook, okay. But still, of course, abuse is still happening in Facebook.
Of course.
So our children are here. And I should have said as well as internet, of course, is a good space.
Yeah.
Very many opportunities for learning, for connecting, for exposure and all that. But on the flip side, now we have this other side of abuse now. So the first stage of abuse, we call it online grooming. This one now, a perpetrator begins to groom. To groom is to build friendship with a child with an intention of abusing them. All right? So me a friend request, then they begin to chat. Now, these people have a way of building a connection with the child. They know that preteens want to be affirmed.
Yeah.
They want to be listened to.
Yeah.
So they'll be there calling them all the nice names.
Yeah.
When they come out of school, they can easily get also to know ametoka shule. Let me check on them so I chat. How was school today? What happened in school
today? Your parents are too busy.
Our parents are, si mko busy. Nyinyi mko busy mnatafutia watoto, So this person gives the child a lot of attention. Adolescents also want a lot of attention.
Yeah.
So they build that friendship with an intention of abusing them. Now, and could happen whatever social media platform. After that, they take it to the next step, which we call now sexting. So sexting is when they begin to introduce aspect of sexual conversations. So if it's a girl, you're looking, all those beautiful names and all that. Appreciating their body and all that. So initially, kama ni preteen, atasikia hiyo ni tabia mbaya, so atashy off. And they know, well, that will happen in the first instance. So watacheza chini, and then they revisit again. Wacheze chini, they visit again until for a child ameanza kuzoea. So before after in sexting, they cannot request for the kid to send them their own photos, either possibly semi-naked, and then they can now advance to fully naked.
Do they also send to them?
They actually ask the kids to send. Now the perpetrator can actually get another child, because other thing is that this perpetrator could be posing like a child. So impersonation. So a kid imagines they are chatting with another kid. All right.
An age
mate or his age mate. So can send a photo of another child, and maybe they have ensured that even the profile looks like. So the child feels cool, can connect. But also sometimes they can post as an adult who is caring, all right, and they still get connect. So can be either. So in that moment of time, so a child can be tempted or trapped into now doing what you call to self-generate online child sexual materials, either photos of themselves semi-naked or naked, and then they share with the perpetrator. Now, perpetrator can do anything with that kind of content. They can upload it on dark web, or they can use it now for the next step of abuse, which you call sextortion. So they extort the child using the content the child has shared. So, for example, if a girl maybe sent a top, upper part of the body naked, they can demand for now full body or videos. No, and the child refuses, tells her, I'm going to share this that you've shared with your mom, with your teachers, with the rest of your friends. I'll share it on social media. So what happens? The kid may choose to bow into pressure and share. Now they can choose to advance that now to even use that now against the parents to ask money from them, or even to request the child for a meetup. We have had cases of a child in Mombasa, Kilifi, now because of what he had already released to the perpetrator, perpetrated and a hook on the child. So request of the kid to show up. They meet. If they don't show up to meet, then they're going to share, those materials. So those are three forms. There's grooming, there's now sexting, there's sextortion. The other advanced level of abuse is now production. Now, as I was saying, production of child sexual abuse materials. Now, children can participate in production, or they can actually be lured into now going to produce. All right? So all this content can be shared out there. after online engagement, a kid can be now has to meet the perpetrator who can now abuse them physically.
Oh my God.
So apart from abusing them online,
Yeah.
they also now advance to abuse them physically.
And now the child will not see because it's a long journey.
We had a very sad case. This kid shared with us about his friend. Of course, they like talking about their friends. Says there's this friend of mine, alikuwa kijana darasa 6. Akaniambia anajua ndugu yangu fulani hapo, alikuwa darasa la 6. Basi kwa pale kwa TikTok, jamaa fulani akamtext. Kamwambia, "Hey, wakapoa, sijui wapi." So the boy responded, they began having conversations. So sometimes we would send them 50 bob, 100 bob.
The perpetrator is sending money.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
To get attention.
To get attention.
Yeah.
And of course, no, he bonded with the kid online a lot. So at some point he requested him to meet. So akamwambia basi patane pale Bamburi kwa msikiti fulani. Basi ndugu yangu Abdi akaamua kwenda. Abdi is just a name I'm using. Abdi akaenda. So basi Abdi alipofika pale akamuuliza uko wapi? Nimefika kwa msikiti. Akamwambia njoo hapa nyuma ya msikiti. So Abdi akaenda nyuma ya msikiti. Baada ya kufika pale, kumbe yule jamaa hakuwa kijana, alikuwa mzee wa miaka kama 45 hivi Buni. Buni alikuwa 45. Alikuwa kwa mzee mzima mkubwa. So akachukua Abdi, akaenda na Abdi. And then he continued to explain now that the boy was molested. Was molested, not once, not twice. And then so by the time we were catching up with the story, the boy had really been done bad. Yeah, but able to, to intervene. So that's a case of an incident that began online, headed, with the physical now molestation, physical abuse, right? So all these are some of the types of abuses that are happening online. They can happen to any. So the examples of the minor I told you that was abused by a helpmate, by a house help, to this other teen who is actually going all out to be abused because the perpetrator was able to nab them. Yeah. That's unfortunate.
I actually thought that now the one who was texting Abudi was a lady, so that now
it was actually a he.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so sad.
It is unfortunate. So like the studios I was telling you about, they get kids and sometimes they take advantage, of course, of some of those who come from low-income earning households. But even others are from, for example, a case we had of a girl who came all the way from Gong. A campus student went all the way to Roysambu. And of course, their boyfriend, murdered her. I don't remember that particular incident. All along, they were built friendship on Instagram. They connected on Instagram.
But it was not her boyfriend they knew.
No, they connected and built. The world has changed.
People are becoming boyfriend and girlfriends.
Allah.
Our parents go back to finding husbands and wives for their children now.
Matchmaking. Yeah, anyway, it's that sad.
Yeah.
It's that sad. So any child is susceptible to abuse. And that way it is very, very important for our parents, the caregivers, to be very vigilant, on the activities of their children online. And you see, gone are the days where you would say, I keep the phone away, the child will not access, social media. Utamocha na smart TV.
Yeah.
Some parents don't know that actually kids can access social media with a smart TV.
Yeah,
all right. So kids can actually engage. Even games, now online games that have come up. Pata mtoto wako na game ako bedroom acheza tu game and you swap your kid is just okay.
Easy.
I'll make mention of a few games. So in these games, what perpetrators have done is that they have designed them in a way that a perpetrator somewhere is able to connect with a child in the game and groom them in the game.
The games that they compete,
Yes,
play.
very
Yeah,
good. A lot of Roblox.
Yeah.
So for example,
Roblox, exactly.
So Roblox has different games in it as a package. So some of the games in Roblox actually allow children, as they play, there's one we call GTA 5 as well. So as kids play, if they win, they are given money. Now in the game, of course.
Yeah.
When you win, the next phase, you're allowed to buy an hotel. All right? See the psychology?
Yeah.
After you buy an hotel, when you win the next game, you get a room in the hotel. Okay? Now, remember when the kid was signing up, aliindicate kama is a male or a female.
Yeah.
When you win again, the kid is allowed to choose a girl. So we're given a couple of ladies and then they choose. When you win, now you can go in a swimming pool with that girl undressed. After swimming, if you win, you can be allowed to come back in the room that you of course, won and you are given. So at the end of the day, they are working, they are trying to make it obvious. Initially, the kid will be like tabia mbaya, but over time, the kid is getting used, and then of course, kunio hamu ya kuwin, so to go the next level. So before you know it, a kid who was so innocent has been exposed.
With a girl.
Yes, in the virtual world. He has become so exposed to sexual content, and now he's already getting comfortable around such content. You get? And then some games are advanced in the sense that now they can actually compete with someone else in the game. So that someone else could actually be a perpetrator who knows what is happening. So they're able to reach out to the kid in the advanced levels and now request the kid to send their own photos now in the game. So they have chatting option. Their game is designed in a manner that they are chatting platforms in the game. So they can actually chat with someone you do not know. And you can have all sort of conversation. You can share information. You can share your content with them. So that's another way perpetrators are trying to reach to the children, because they know sometimes some of our parents have really tried to ensure that the kids are not in the social media platforms. So how about you go to the game so you know our children are in the games? All right. So GTA 5, Roblox, I think your children know them. If you mention your kids are going to tell you, so you may want to as well. Just look into them. Some of the games in there are not very safe for our children. So games and social media platforms, but of course also the web in itself at large.
So how would we as parents know that our children are being abused or groomed online? What should we look out for?
So one depends with the form of abuse, and some of the signs, of course, can be signs of different other forms of abuses and experiences. But general signs. For example, you realize a child initially was, in terms of their conversation, they were very decent, but all of a sudden they're beginning to curse. You listen to the words they are using, you can tell these words they have not heard them in this house. All right? When you look at the community of children they relate with, say in school, this kind of words still, I don't think they've really come from this community. That could be a sign a child is actually engaging in internet with some particular community that is already giving a new language that tells you they're already getting exposed. Your child initially, he or she was all over in the house, engaging with you, engaging the rest of the people in the household, but all of a sudden they become so withdrawn. They just want to be alone in their room, in their bedroom actually. And if you've been seeing this as a parent, for me sometimes at the age of 11, 12, watakuandikia kwa mlango yao, please do not enter before you knock. Some kids do that. Yes, actually they do that. I mean, it's well, you should expect that for teenagers and preteens, because now they are feeling they need some space, privacy. But then what we are saying is that privacy is not bad, but now you can tell this kind of privacy is actually leading to something, because again, what are they trying really to hide in their own house, right? So all of a sudden, the child is no longer all out there. They are now, there's some sense of secrecy. They want to be alone. They don't want to see what they're doing in the gadget. That should be a teller. All right. So there's that withdrawal, secrecy, then the conversations, what they're saying. Or now a child possibly who has been abused, all of a sudden they're now withdrawn. Okay. They are overly depressed, or just they are sad, they are moody. You wonder what is it, maybe possibly a perpetrator, someone is holding them, is on
send more, I tell you.
Send more, exactly. And then also you may begin seeing children showing up with the gift that they cannot account for.
Money,
watches, maybe necklaces for girls, because they know what these children want most, all right? So sometimes seeing some of these unaccounted gifts should raise eyebrows for you as a parent, all right? So I think generally some of those things could be a great teller. Or a child all of a sudden they don't want to go to school. Maybe it's already, maybe a perpetrator told them, I know where you go to school, I can easily. So all of a sudden, all right? So all sort of general signs that you can see, and it could be a great teller for you. And what you discover that some of these things also could also be a teller for physical abuse, all right, or even exploitation out here. So
So how now should we, if I notice that my child is maybe withdrawn or having some money, more money than I give, how do I strike that conversation?
Most parents have found it so difficult to actually have a conversation with their children.
Where should we start?
So number one, in the instant a child, let's say for example, comes and opens up regarding an abuse, even regarding, because they won't tell it is me, ma'am, nani ama rafiki yangu, whether they tell you rafiki, whether rafiki yangu or even themselves, number one, please make it easy for them to talk to you.
Don't be judgmental.
Don't be. Now they can sense.
Nikikupata, kuchapa.
Ati uli, what? How? You know?
Yeah.
No. For when a child opens up, number one, listen to them and give them as much assurance as possible. Let them also know that it is not their mistake that they were abused. Actually, according to the constitution of our country, anyone under the age of 18 years old cannot give consent for sexual activities. Why? Because anyone under the age of 18, we know that the law states that they are not in the age where they can make, conscious decisions themselves. All right. So therefore, they cannot give consent.
Yeah.
So always, the law is always going to side with the child. So even you as a parent, you need to side with your child and let them know that you are on their side. Don't join the perpetrator. Yeah. So the kid feels like perpetrator is against me.
My mom.
At mom, dad, also they're against me. So it's me against. All these people.
They might actually be depressed.
Actually, they will be. So, one, when the child comes and opens up, please assure them. Let them know, as they keep on giving details, let them know that it was not their fault that they were abused. Someone else put a lot of effort in learning them and abusing them, finding their vulnerabilities and taking advantage of them. So let the child know that it is not their fault that they were abused. So as they listen to you, now let them give you as much details as they are comfortable. You can prompt, but in a very nice way. At no point, again, I should repeat, don't be judgmental. Don't be hard on them or harsh on them. Take that information. Now, once they open up, now tell them what you're going to do. Either you're going to take an action, be report, but then assure them that they are safe. The information is safe with you and they are safe with you. Now, as a parent, you cannot know what other steps to take either. Maybe you can report to the police in case of an actual sexual, physical abuse, or even online abuse. But then we have laws already that take care of online sexual abuse. Okay. Sexting, actually, for anyone listening to me, even young people, if you chat, the content of your chats with a minor are sexual in nature, that's a crime and you can be jailed. Wow. If you're found forward, if you receive an image of a child who is naked, sexual content of a child, and you choose to forward, that is a crime. Because you are doing what you call spreading or sharing of child sexual abuse materials. Also, if you're found having in your phone child sexual abuse materials, it is still a crime.
It's good to know.
It is good to know that. And also to mention that sometimes abuse does not even come from out there. Sometimes comes from even from friends, cousins, relatives. It's going to also as well be very vigilant as well. Caregivers. Very well. So once you get that information, you can report to the police, you can report to, mostly to the police, I think I would highly advise. But then apart from that, the child needs what we call now psychosocial support, counseling, especially for those who've been abused, online. Counseling for those who want maybe medical attention, for those who've physically been abused, please seek medical attention as fast as possible. But I would highly recommend counseling, regardless of what nature of abuse it was. That child needs support to be able to move forward. But also, prevention is better than cure, and therefore I love the bit of conversation. Please, parents, make it easy for children to have conversations with you. Build friendship with your children. It is not easy, but it is doable and it is worth it. If some of you go to train on how to negotiation skills for the marketplace, please train to have conversations with your children. Go for this basic information. I mean, it is your child. All right? Let your children not feel like dad or mom does not understand me. We are not telling you to become overly friendly in the sense of kukanyaga No, but we are saying let your children know that they are safe with you.
Yeah.
You know, there are decisions you can make however firm they are. A child will feel bad, but they can tell, I am safe with mom.
Yeah.
I'm safe with dad.
Yeah.
Let children feel comfortable to come and share some of these things with you and understand times have changed. These are not the olden times.
Yeah.
With African mothers, please don't pull that card with these children.
Yeah.
They will not take it lightly.
Yeah.
So let your house be a house whereby you can actually have conversations with the children. Go for dates, walk with them, play with them. It's healthy. It is healthy. It is through those activities that your kids can loosen up. They begin telling you about, maybe it's a preteen, about the boyfriend who is talking to them in class 4. You know, they begin talking about those things. Pole pole too, they can trust you, pole pole, you know. And then they leave.
Actually, when you don't even ask, as you do something, that's when they start saying, do you know?
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
And for the boys, the same with the dads, please.
Yeah.
So the moment you're able to build that space whereby it is friendly for kids to open up and talk to you, you can be able to pick some of these things very fast. You know, and when children open up and share some of those things, don't act shocked.
Yeah.
Please.
Huyo ni mtoto wangu.
A child is a child.
Yeah.
So in time they open up, please take it up, and then now invest in some of the programs that are there out there. Some churches are offering some of these programs in Sunday school. Talk to the Sunday school teacher. They can come up with some of these topics. Let them discuss in church, in school, all right? But also we know some estates or some communities, families have come together. They find a counselor, a mentor to work with their children and then do some of these things.
Okay, so would you then recommend that we don't allow our children to use the internet? Yeah. Because now it's becoming fearful.
It shouldn't be fearful. It shouldn't be fearful. You see, the same way initially you not hide your child in the house forever. You still let them go out and play, but then with precaution. The internet space is here. Internet is here and it is not going anywhere. It is here to stay, and everything it's now advancing.
It's advancing.
Kwanza tukiongea with AI sahi. It is interesting that currently now people are. And that's why I mentioned towards the end that sometimes even what parents share on their social media, images of their children, they should be very careful. Because there are people out here now already who can easily manipulate the image. And you'll be surprised what happens. I would highly recommend a video called Ella. So it's a 3 or 4 minutes video clip that shows, that talks to is a child asking the parents not to share most of their personal images or content on social media, because bullies can easily manipulate those images and use them to abuse them now or in the future. All right. So in the video, Ella talks of the advancement of technology. So you share the photo of your child, and then perpetrator somewhere, because that child or your family is a person of interest, or they just wanted to abuse them. They picked it, they manipulated it, they made some very horrible images of Ella, and now Ella cannot even go out because she's feeling, all that sort of cyberbullying and all that. So again, digital footprints is parenting to be very, very careful about that. Now, you don't have to ask your kids to go out of the internet, but you can advocate for responsible internet surfing. So let the children know what dangers are in the internet. Internet is a great tool, for learning, for research, all right, for connection, for social entertainment. Right, for educative content like this one, all right. Utenda utoke to internet, right? So internet is a good platform that we have. However, let children know that on the flip side, there are people who don't wish them well. The same in the physical community, in our estates. There are corners we know are not very safe for children, and we tell them that in a corner, usipite. Past this time, don't talk that road because it's not safe. So same way is the same conversation for the online space. As you interact online, there are spaces you should not visit. There are games you should not play because there are people out there who do not wish you well. All right. So make the internet conversation happen in your house. But apart from that conversation, we know some of these things have to be enforced. We have a number of tools, online tools that can actually control. We call them control tools that parent can engage to ensure that whatever children are surfing in the house with the gadget you've bought them is controlled. So some of those tools block pop-up ambazo ziko sexual in nature. They block the sites the children can go. They block games, some of the games children should not play because they know in these sites or these games or these links they intended to abuse the child. So for example, Google has there's something, Google Family, they offer a free tool that you can enable in the phone. Also your internet, by there you can actually you can block. They said the child can surf with the internet, right? Those various tools, some of them are very free and parent can take advantage of them. Also on the phone, I wish you were able to demonstrate on your phone. There's something called the parental control tool. If you buy your child that smartphone, when you go to the settings, there's a place where wameandika parental control. You can actually go and enable those. Currently almost every basic smartphone has parental control.
Okay.
So when you buy your child a smartphone, please ensure you take advantage of that tool that is offered. We thank God that over time, most of these companies have actually gotten to appreciate that their products are being used to advance child abuse. So they have come up with tools as well to at least ensure that you're not abused. So every parent, if you bought your child a smartphone, please go take advantage of that tool. You can. It's very simple. Go enable parental control. Also for your children, when they engage on those social media applications, there are a number in social media, for example, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. There are actually buttons that a child can use to report child abuse. And also even as a parent, for example, if you identify a child abuse content material, you can actually report it. We call it in-app reporting. Instagram, you see a content that is not child friendly, you can actually go press the content, report. Ikuulize what abuse utasema, maybe sexual abuse, child abuse, you can report. Itatolewa tu kwa social media. So number one, conversation with the children in the house. Make it easy to have conversations with them. Make it easy for them to open up to you. Number three, make use of the available tools that can help children surf safely in the internet by enabling the parental controls.
So is there a specific age when now I can allow my child to use internet independently?
Generally, of course, they'll say past the age of 18, but once we get into high school, really there's really much that you can do. But again, I think I'll say as a parent, you're a parent forever. So parent them when they are within the nest. Do the much you can.
As long as they're under my roof.
Within they are under your roof. Please, you ensure. Don't block. So long as they're under your roof, ensure you parent them, talk to them, advise them. Invest in some of this content. Let them listen. Let them know what is happening out there. If there are mentorship groups out there, let kids join, because some of those mentorship opportunities they have out there, they are better platform to hear some of this information. And because it's a peer setup, they learn from one another. All right. So there are things that a parent can do to enable, to make it easy for kids to learn and appreciate some of these things that we are talking about. So long they're under your nest, do the much that you can. I mean, past the age of 15, 16, 17, let them use their phones.
I think by then they will have known clearly this is wrong, this is right.
And that does not mean that you don't continue talking about these things. The more you talk, the more they still continue making sense to them. And
would you suggest that also parents now also start getting to familiarize themselves with the fast growing internet space, and how can they do that in order to get to know more about what is offered on the internet, not to get so busy with other things, and not to actually get to know what to talk to their children about?
I would say like yesterday. See once they should have begun. So parent, let's accept that we're in a digital era. So please.
Some of us millennials don't have that knowledge, a lot of knowledge
about these things. So please get in some of these social media applications, social media platforms. Join, know what is happening. Once in a while, let your child show you what they are doing. Make yourself a fool. Let them teach you. All right, play, engage. Utapata, the more you engage in some of these platforms that your children are in, you as a parent, you are best position to identify some of the threats they are in, and therefore able to advise your children accordingly. I know we live in a time where your phone ikihang, brayo, neji neza fanya, you know, and I know you're the one supposed to protect them in that particular space. You know, I'm not saying that parents should become, you know, be tech savvy or something, but at least the most basic. Interact in those platforms, join those platforms. You have good self-control, you can control what you spend your time in the screen. Okay, if you can't control, still okay, but at least be in those platforms, engage, because as you engage, you learn, you identify. When you're having a conversation with your child, they can actually relate with what you're saying.
And you can also follow them on Instagram.
I follow them on those social media.
TikTok,
Please follow them. See the kind of friends they are having on the people they are engaging in, because you can see the friend list sometimes. Look at the friends they're engaging with.
Content
Look at the content, all right? Sometimes if a child is in your nest and you can access their phone, sometimes check the conversation they are having in the inbox with some of those people. We are not saying that, I mean, you are there to intrude your past child's space because you're the first line of defense for your child. It is totally okay. Get to know what is happening in there.
Okay, you talked about statistics. Would you like to tell us about statistics?
Awesome. So I said 2023, 188 studios were closed in Mombasa. We have a couple in Nairobi that are engaging in this kind of a trade. Also, I need to mention that they're disrupting I saw this yesterday as I was thinking about your show today. Every single minute, 3 images of child sexual abuse materials are uploaded on the internet.
On the dark web?
Every single minute. That is a report by Safe Online. Is an international agency that is really going hard on these matters.
So sad.
Very sad. Very, very sad. Also, in Kenya alone, 67% of children that were interviewed said that they have been abused in a social media engagement online, but they did not report. 57 of caregivers that we interviewed walisema kwamba the caregivers, the parent are not aware. That is 57, they don't know what their children are doing and are not into social media or into the internet space that their children are in. That shows the level of ignorance that we have in our country. All right. Really, when you look at such statistics, it's very, very worrying. For example, like the project we did as we were doing the reports, I was submitting it this April. We had over because for me, I know the children that I was able to reach was around 12,000. We had over 1,200 cases of kids who were directly abused, began online, translated physically.
That's like 10%.
Yes. Physically, imetoka tu social media, still asiyatuma picha tu nini, it has translated to actual physical abuse. They met. So our children are getting introduced to sexual content very early. And that's a danger because that's a form of grooming for sexual engagement.
And the media. So parents should also stop kunyamazisha mtoto. Chukua simu, watch me.
You know that's what our parents are doing. Mtoto akilia unampatia tu. And you know what thing we discovered? What we discovered is that children can be very creative. I have one of my colleagues we were doing project with. Aliamua, I think there's this day, our own daughter alimongelesha vibaya juu ati my colleague alienda akaingia kwa simu yake akaona wachati na supposed to be boyfriend. Now this girl is in grade 6 for Christ's sake. So the girl got angry. Mama akaenda akakasirika na aka-unsubscribe from the Wi-Fi.
So whose phone is that we are using?
The child's simu ya nyumba.
Oh, okay.
So what the kid does, anachukua simu unajua ni open an account. When I install the account, it does not mean that you signed out of the account. Okay? So when the kid realizes that the mother has been snooping, anakuja jioni, install app, okay? And then a conversation aliachia, kabla alale ana uninstall. So you go as a parent to go to the phone, there's nothing, So up until one day the parent akampata na shanga mchana hii application haikuwa. Saa hii how comes? So they agenda kuone, so the kid became, defensive and all that. So the mom decided to cut off the internet, all right? So there's no watching TV, there's no like understand, the first 2 weeks it was difficult in that house because of course the kids were addicted. But she says in the next 3 months those kids ungewapata kwa nyumba wanacheza, wanatoka nje wanacheza,
Even
all of a sudden they have new games that they are playing, and you wonder, wait, I thought life outside the internet is boring, you know? And by the time she was now beginning to reintroduce the screen time again, kids already walikuwa shazoea kucheza na marafiki zao na kucheza wao wenyewe. What am I trying to say? Your children are very creative. Life is not only in the internet. Let them engage with their laptops, the iPads that you've given them, and the phones, you know, for a duration. There's something called screen timer. It's very, very critical as well. And for some of you who are going to watch the course content, I'm sure you can easily also Google on the effect of prolonged screen time on children. You see some of the dangers. Also control those screen time. For how long can your child use the mobile phone? I loved what you said earlier. You said that it is going to have, customized rules within the house. All right? Wakitoka shule, what do they do? Okay? For how many minutes? Is it an hour when they can have their phones? After that, what happens? All right? I have seen some homes, ikifika 8, simu zote, including the parents, zineko pale kwa meza pale sitting room, and then it's family time. Wanakula pamoja, TV mezima, people get to connect, they pray together, do devotions, and then they go to sleep. You know, so the kids grow wameshika your system that past 8 phones inakaa pale, no one goes with the phones in the bedroom. All right, so some of these rules can be customized in our homes to ensure that, again, culture is built. Inaweza kataa kwa first day kutakuwa na resistance, but trust me, if you keep at it as a parent, some of these rules and culture, you can easily build it up in your homes.
Wow, I love that bit of culture is built. Because even us as parents, sometimes, let's say, parents are also addicted to the internet. So you can't tell your child, don't touch that phone, yet you're always on the phone, clearly. So they will also learn from you. So as you build the culture, we start with ourselves.
I'm telling you, and it works.
Yeah.
It is not easy, but it is possible, and it does work.
So before we finish this show, Bonnie, what is your parting shot?
To the parent watching this show, one, congratulations for taking a step to, interact with such quality content. As a parent, it shows that you are interested in doing it right. I would encourage you, keep at it, keep abreast, with this kind of content, even elsewhere. As a parent, get some of these tips. No one parent knows it all or is perfect. I mean, parenting is unique in its own way, but they are shared best practices that you can adopt as a parent. Try to encourage physical interactions, one-on-one interactions. Let them begin to value one-on-one engagement with people they can see, because it is from those engagement your children are going to learn, social skills, personal skills. They're going to learn what it means to reconcile when, get, into conflict management skills, resolution skills. Communication skills. They're not going to learn those skills when they're interacting with someone they're not seeing. So as much as possible, parents, let us try as much as possible to ensure that our children are value one-on-one engagement in the house. And as much as possible, let there be controlled use of the gadgets in the house. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, our viewers, for watching. I know you've learned a lot, as I have. And thank you so much, Bonnie. Once again, thank you for coming to the show. I will invite you again for another conversation concerning internet. I know we can't have enough of this. And it's a call for us as parents to, even as we parent, to have it in mind that internet is here to stay and it will affect our children in one way or the other. What I'm taking away from Bonnie's conversation is that we need to befriend our children so that we get to know some of these signs. You notice a sign and you're quick to know that my child has not been like this. We will not come later to notice something that changed 10 years ago if we have a daily conversation with them. So spend time every day. Talk to your children, get to know how they have been during the day. Even as you do house chores together, some of those things will pop up. Let's get to learn what is happening to our children so that they are not abused right under our noses. So let's be vigilant as parents. Let's have the internet working for us, not us working for the internet.
I love that. And one more thing, just in case a parent out there has a child who has been abused or the children are addicted to some of these vices like pornography, because of course when that comes from the internet, we can offer support as well.
Yeah.
So they can be comfortable to reach out. You can as well share the details.
Yeah.
They can reach out and we can offer some assistance as well. Yeah.
So on the video description, Bonnie's contact will be there, the email and how to reach out to him. Let's engage him and get to know how much help we can get from him. He's available to help. He's an expert in this area, so you're free to contact him. Thank you once again for watching this video. Let me know what you have learned from this video. What is your takeaway on the comment section? I will be so happy to read your comments and to get to know what your takeaway has been. Subscribe to this channel and let's keep learning more hacks on parenting. We can't do it on our own, so that's why we have all this information under this roof for us to keep learning each and every day. Once again, thank you for joining me. My name is Frida Wasonga and I am so happy to host you today. It's a bye for now.